Stop right now because I'm about to show you exactly how you can find out when the Federal Reserve starts printing money. The reason why you want to know how to do this is because the crypto asset class as a whole is risky, especially altcoins. So if you want your portfolio to go up, then you want to be in an environment where the Federal Reserve is giving us a looser monetary policy or money printing. To identify when the Fed starts turning the money printer back on, you want to get familiar with a few things on their balance sheet. The first being the total financial assets that they are holding. Next, you want to take a look at their marketable treasury security holding. This includes things like treasury bonds, treasury bills, and treasury inflation protected securities or TIPS. Now, the reason why you want to make sure that the treasury securities are marketable securities is because that means that the Fed is actively buying and selling these securities on the open market. Next, you want to identify their mortgage-backed security holdings. And lastly, you want to look out for the Fed's reverse repo operations and other liabilities, which gives you some insights on how liquidity is shifting throughout the system. Now that you know exactly what to look for, you want to go over to the Federal Reserve website and monitor their H.4.1 reports, which are released every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. From here, all you need to do is see if there's any changes week to week. Certain patterns will give you different indications on whether or not they are reducing or increasing their balance sheet. Now let's break these down one by one. For their total asset and mortgage-backed security holdings, you can find this in the very first section. Their total asset holdings will be seen as the Reserve Bank credit. You can see their week-to-week changes right here. In a state of quantitative easing or money printing, this number will be positive and it will be consistently increasing week to week. Right now, it is negative, which means they are not printing money. Mortgage-backed securities will be the same thing. When they are printing money, this number will be increasing rapidly, and since we're in the negative, this is a sign that they are not doing that. When you scroll down a little further on the report, this is where you will find the reverse repo operations and other liabilities. In a state of quantitative easing, we want to see the reverse repo operation usage and other liabilities decrease, because this would mean that reserves with the Fed are increasing, which indicates an injection of liquidity into the system. And more liquidity is better for risk on assets. And now the last thing you want to find is the marketable US Treasury securities, which can be found in section 1A. Again, this is simple to identify. You just want to see this number consistently increase week to week. The higher and more aggressive that this number gets week to week indicates that the Fed is aggressively increasing their balance sheet. Now, you should have everything you need to know when the Fed is starting to print money. And remember, Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve will not let you know directly when they start doing this. But by using the tools that I just showed you, you can get ahead of everybody else and know when it's beneficial to move down the risk curve and get into risk on assets. I hope you found value in this video, and if you want week-to-week updates on what's going on with money printing, then give me a follow.